So let's talk about our very first story. We're talking about the Atheists Association of Kenya. Cindy, someone asked me if you're a part of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of how vocal you are about the churches.
On religion,
she's very liberal, and her thoughts on religion are very liberal.
Yeah.
Lady, lakini Cindy, I don't think she'd just be a member.
No, I'm too spiritual to not believe in a higher power.
We all do. Now, atheists in Kenya society have sharply criticized the enforcement of dress code regulations by some universities here in the country. In a statement, the president of the society, Mr. Harrison Mumia, termed the regulations as impractical, saying they don't give room for flexibility and expression. He says, quote unquote, the policy inadvertently contributes to sexual objectification by making reference to female body parts, that's tumbo cuts and skin tights. Girls' bodies are being treated as dirty, ugly objects and must be covered. The rule seems to suggest that girls should be responsible of how boys view them and that their clothing choices are responsible for boys' inability to focus or learn. Mariam, thoughts?
That argument first, I'll just go in that one, and that this is a, if I was to call it fair, in that it cuts across the board. There's a dress code for men and women in both the universities that he was talking about in that case. So it's not just, I do get that a lot of dress codes do objectify women and they turn it into a like, the boys can't keep their eyes on their books because they're looking at your shoulder. You know, God forbid you show a shoulder. But this one is very much across the board. It's like no saggy jeans, no this, no that. So I don't agree with that argument per se. But in general, dress codes in universities is a touchy subject. Unless it's a religious institution, I don't see the need to police people that much. Most people will self-regulate. You'll rarely see the outliers who come to school just looking a little, you know, just a bit too much. Yes. Most people will come to class looking pretty okay for a classroom. Things like dreadlocks, come on, it's 2022. We still can't be debating whether it's okay to have dreadlocks. And, you know, there's room for self-expression. I will say it's a learning institution, but most people do self-regulate. With the exception of religious institutions, those ones can have their dress codes. However, if you're just a place of higher learning, I don't think you need to have a dress code.
I think we all know one person though, Mariam. One person who overdoes it.
Oh, there's always one person
who has a handkerchief.
They're like, are we going to the club? What's going on? Right? It's 7 o'clock in the morning.
They said they're going to the club after and they're not changing. Surely could change
from 7 a.m.
When I saw this story and then I walked in today and then I saw it was all ladies in the panel, not me, and then as the guy was like, damn it, where is Christ to support me on this one? But I'm glad that Maya was actually started with it and agreed with the dress code. See, the thing is, the chairman or the president of the Atheist Society is just nitpicking and taking the bit that is going to be, he's sensationalizing it. And taking the one thing that he knows is going to arouse emotions. Now to feel, hey, new kweli. Come on. There's a reason for dress codes. Artists, you may say, man, dreadlocks. I'll give a perfect example. Willis Raburu was doing entertainment, and then when he wanted to switch to doing professional or rather proper news, he had to shave off his dreadlocks. Why? Because that is the professional code of dressing. That's it. It's just how the job requires it. Sasa turudi pale shuleni. Wezi ingia Strathmore Business School, for example, we expect unaingia Strathmore Business School ukiwa na enda ukitaka KU Department of Fine Arts, unaweza chapa hizo. Pia ukiingia Department of Fine Arts, ukiingia Department of Fine Arts na suit na tie utafukuzwa. I mean, kila mahali.
But in the 90s, early 2000s, you'd rarely see like a female presenter on the news with anything but slick back, you know, either a wig, a weave, a thing. Now braids, now neat locks, now like we evolve. It's okay to change. But it's okay that the standard of dreadlocks was not acceptable in the legal profession for the longest time in many professions, but now they are. I don't get this where you have to stick to, you know, your guns and be like, at our Strathmore Business School, there's nothing that on your hair that will disturb you from like actually
allow me to jump in, Mato. Allow me to jump in. There's a very nice documentary Chris Rock did about hair, and when you understand the cultural reference to hair, even in Diary talking about I'm not my hair, you'll realize the labeling and the stereotype that comes that in order to be this, your hair has to look like that. Hair is very personal for me because I was in a reality TV show where I did not make it to the top 5 because I was one of the contestants that had dreadlocks at that time. Yes, there are MC gigs I have not gotten because I have dreadlocks. Even right now, the fact that I've partly shaved my head, there are places that, you know, I walk into in board meetings and I'm told, okay, when you come, make sure that you tie a turban around your head. Dress code, to be honest, and this is shocking even for me, I agree with the dress code. My dress, my choice should also be a choice for admission. That is why the SDA religion say, you know what, it is our religion. We don't see your arms, don't see your arms. You want to show your arms, go to
go away from our religion.
That is fine. But hair is so personal. Yeah. I honestly, like Mariam is saying, I don't get what dreadlocks have to do with your learning or your ability to be professional. I love that Larry Madowo broke the stereotype. Even in CNN, he wears a suit with these funny looking socks and sneakers. Before that, it was really frowned upon. But you see, it does not stop him from elevating in his career. It does not stop him from talking to senior people in the world. So we also need to sort of break down and break off this colonial perception.
It is colonial. Thank you so much. I've been wondering how Cindy has not brought colonialists in this conversation, right? And
this
listen,
colonial,
because it's true. Who says that wearing, you know, like the what's that? The traditional Nigerian
Agbada.
What is wrong with me wearing that? Why is that not official? I remember there's this TikToker who went to Strathmore and was sent away because she was not dressed in official. And she said, this is official. It's just that it's in African print.
Yes.
So I know it's not in the white, you know, it's not
the white man's fabric.
It's not. Then what? So I agree with everyone. I mean, I do agree that, you know, some people do wear really short, tight. It also makes other people a bit uncomfortable because we're not there. We're in school. We're not here to try and, you know. So it's not about even it being distracting. It's almost like it's infringing upon my right too because I'm so uncomfortable. You're next to me. I don't know. People will take it however way they want to take it. But the one for hair, Cindy.
No, hair is.
Remember when tech guys started wearing jeans and t-shirts to work? And they were like, oh, they're making all this money and they have this huge impact in the world and they don't have to wear suits. I think that's a bit outdated, you telling people that they have to shave
and
their
this is, and it's a genuine question.
I'm so sorry, Mariam. I have to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll start with your question. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more. If you have your 2 cents you'd like to share, at The Trend Live is our handle. The hashtag is TTTT.